Okay, so we are back, you guys, with part two of where we had started out earlier with the earth energy for the ruling planet. We are all on the earth, inhabitants of the earth, and the chakra color that we're dealing with that energy is our solar plexus, which is the third chakra, that color yellow. You may want to offer yourself of your loved ones, or just go out in nature and behold those things that are there that resonate with that color, that tone, that energy, that frequency for fun and humor, lightness, personal power, intellect, logic, and creativity. Right? Here is some of my creativity right here, which is a work in the making. So I'm going to always keep that, because from that, there is the expression of what my ancestors has given to me, what's inside, and I go to find those things inside that are my personal powers, that brings out the intellect that they had and which has been embedded into me, and that's my creativity. And logically, I can use that for whatever fun and humorous ways that I would desire to bring a sense of lightness over my life and those who may encounter me, right? To let them be memorable encounters. So we know that we're dealing with the earth energy. That's all of us collectively. But now it's time to find out who more than ever may be down and out and feeling like they need to lift themselves up throughout what we're feeling with our solar plexus, to get rid of some of those things that may ail us with that, right? When we're having problems with our solar plexus, that's gas, that's bloating, that's liver issues, that's stomach ulcers, it's eating disorder, lack of confidence, and procrastination. That gas and bloating, we know that that can come from other foods that we're eating that may be gassy, like beans, especially if you're in New Orleans, right? Those liver issues may come from some things that could be going on with drinking, right? So that's some type of way of decreasing our personal power, because we're giving ourselves over to the abuse of those alcoholic beverages, which may cause liver issues or either stomach ulcers. And those eating disorders, we know that we can get depressed, and some of us may become bulimic, or we may become anorexic. So we know that we are dealing with issues in our solar plexus when we're having those type of things going on, or the lack of confidence, right, in that solar plexus, because we're being uh, insecure about a lot of things that we got going on. Maybe with those eating disorders, maybe it caused you to gain weight, or maybe it caused you to lose weight, and people are looking at you funny, like, what happened? But they don't know that you have issues going on, and possibly those issues more than less are with your solar plexus. So that we give ourselves the proper foods and the exercises to get rid of those things by getting out in nature, eating those foods that resonate with that chakra, and doing the exercises mentally and physically that we need to get rid of that bloating and put down some of those things that would help us have those liver and stomach issues, right? And get away from those eating disorders. Bulimia people have problems with eating because they may go days without eating, and then when they eat, they just go overboard, right? And it seems so much of a glutton, but that's a disorder. And then that eating disorder with a lack of eating altogether entirely, which would be called anorexia. We know there's problems in the solar plexus. So we're going to offer you guys some support, and know that you're not the only one in this life that are dealing with those issues. Someone else is out there. Maybe there's a support group out there for you to get past that. And this hit the floor. She will not get away with what they're doing. It's a yellow card that may resonate with someone. I was not ready to put out any cards just yet, but it hit the floor, and maybe that's because it was needed to be there. Now we're going to go into our good bag and find out which one of the particular zodiacs may be in need more than others with help in balancing their solar plexus. One zodiac. Needs our support on the motherboard. Cancer. Cancer, a loyal, protective, intuitive, and caring. On the other hand, sensitive and moody and can be vindictive. And we know that you're dealing with fun, humor, lightness, personal power, intellect, logic, and creativity. And that personal power can be for you, Cancer, your loyalty. It can also be your protectiveness. It can also be your intuitiveness. And it also can be your caring that is bringing a sense of lightness to the collective, right? And as well as having fun, you may be sensitive about some of the things that you're dealing with, and it could be possibly that he or she is trying to get away with something. You know who that he or she is. They will not get away with it, Cancer. Now that we have that one particular person that needs to have fun and need us to help them be uplifted, collective at this time, be in support of that Cancer that you know that is in your life that may be dealing with issues of having fun. They're feeling like things are heavy. They're not standing in their personal power because they might be questioning their own intellect, or because someone else has been questioning their intellect. They're not logically thinking about their entire self, and they may be lacking creativity. We want you to give them the support that they need. And for those of you Cancers who are all in all up and up with whatever it is that is going on with you in your solar plexus, kudos to you for getting through what could have been something that will bring your energy level down. Okay, so now we know that somebody is trying to get away with something on this Cancer, or maybe it's you, Cancer. You know what it is, the story that's being told for you in your life. It's a collective energy reading, and what we're going to do is use some of the stack. There's no tarot. These are all random thoughts of living that were seeds given in thought. That's one half of the stack, but we only need a portion of that. Okay, so today is February 22nd, 2023, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 3. It's 13, which would be 4, and we're going to deal with those things. We're going to get 4 cards. We're going to think about the entire number, right? We're dealing with the 13, and we think about the 12 tribes of Israel. But who knew that there were more than the 12, right? that lost tribe. And then 4, being squared off. All things look like they're going to get imbalanced because there's hidden messages and meanings and everything in life. And that 4, if you flip it over, is like a chair, right? And we're going to sit those things there that need to be squared. And when you square something off in mathematics, that's getting to the root of it, for those who do not remember. All right, for Cancer, back to you. And who is he or she trying to get away with something? Let's see. It says, you can't burn a candle at both ends. So now that we know it's possibly that yourself or that other person that is trying to get away with something is basically trying to burn a candle at 2 ends. And if you are not familiar, that's an old school saying about being in a relationship with someone and trying to start another, or being in a relationship with another. So maybe you're in one relationship and you haven't finally called it a quits with that relationship, and you're trying to step into something new without ending that old relationships. That is burning a candle at both ends of the stick, and at both ends, and that's why he or she may not get away with it in your life, Cancer. Or if that is you, you have to own up to your actions. No judgment, but just the clarity of why you're probably feeling imbalanced with that solar plexus. All right. Something else. A whole bunch just came out, and we're going to take them as they come. It says, actions speak louder than words. It says, there's a loan, and that rumors. Okay, so it's possible, Cancer, from everything that we're looking at, is that the actions that he or she had been taking that won't get away with is speaking loud and clear to you, right? Because we know that there was some rumors involved in this situation, because someone was burning the candle at both ends. But along from that, there was a loan. Maybe you took out a loan, or you gave someone a loan. It's possible that they could have took out a loan in your name. That's why he or she won't get away with it, as well as burning a candle at both ends. And, you know, the Spirit just told to me as well that burning a candle at both ends could be as well as being in a relationship, but it's basic for those who are not in a relationship. That's possibly a Cancer that can resonate with some of these seeds that are coming out, is that you're trying to do 2 things that are opposing, and it's time to draw back so that your actions can speak louder than your words. But clearly we see that there's something going on that is opposing, right? And this energy with Cancer. Let's go some more. Let me pick up another half of that stack. What is that? Just your voice must be heard. Even though those actions speak louder than word, your voice must be heard. So maybe you need to speak up about what is going on, because we know that you are very intuitive, Cancer. We know that you're loyal and you're protective. But with you being imbalanced with your solar plexus, you're probably not being able to have that lightness that you offer. Your intellect, your logic, your creativity, and your intuitiveness have been off, right? But you know something was going on, or maybe you didn't. You just felt it. But now here it is. That's what you need to know. They're not going to get away with it. No matter what rumors are being spoken, you know that you can burn a candle at both ends, and that your actions speak louder than your words. Although your voice must be heard, there are some loans that were made. Maybe someone loaned you something, you loaned someone something. But keep that in mind. Don't forget who has borrowed, and don't forget who you owe, so that you can be squared off on that for the day. Number 4, seated right there where it needs to be set. Just one. Okay. You gotta be hardest to hurt the poor or those less fortunate than you. So we can see that something is going on, because that's the loan. But we know that they're not gonna get away with it, right? This is becoming more and more of somebody doing something. That action showed them. That showed you, Cancer. Right? About why they burning 2 ends of the candle. And their actions is speaking louder than the words that you possibly have to say to them. Let's proceed to get a little bit more of what we need and what's going on. For those of you who are just watching this video for the first time on my channel, thank you for watching. Please, if you have no problem with liking, subscribing, and sharing to my channel. Thank you for all of your subscriptions that are already there. You are greatly appreciated. Without you, it would not be possible. But in all things, I would still be going forward, because I know you all will come. Where there is love, love will be. All right, in the love garden. Great gardening. Let's get some of these seeds out here. Oh, a whole stack. All right. It says, it's time to retire. Start a new career. Right? And that's possibly because of all of what it is that you have been going through, and those rumors that were talked. It's time for them to retire those things as well. And whatever he or she did, that actions are speaking loud for what it is that they got going on, possibly behind this loan that was taken or made, possibly upright. For those who are dealing with that, and you know what you have to pay back, or possibly underhanded. You know you won't get away with what is going on, but you did. Come on, one more for Cancer. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Go with another portion of the stack. And it's flying. You have outgrown your childhood beliefs. Time to learn something new, Cancer. So, Cancer, we're going to take it like this, right? Cancer, there's a loan involved in this situation right now, right? And the actions behind this loan is speaking louder than the words could ever have been. Maybe it was not a righteous loan that he or she took out dealing with you or yourself. They're not going to get away with it. They're not going to get away with it, right? Because you got to be a heartless person to take from those that are less fortunate than yourself. And in your voice, it must be heard about this situation so that those who may be in the same position that you are in or have been in won't be taken for that same loss. And it says, rumors, maybe the rumors got to you and it allowed you to feel some way in a low vibration to do something that was not justifiable. You have outgrown those beliefs. Time to let those things go. Maybe those childhood beliefs are not just a supernatural or spiritual belief, but it could be a belief in crime that it will pay. But there's justice in the long run, because what you do to others will eventually come back to you. So if you're not the one who's causing all of these problems, Cancer, know that these things will not stand. That's why it's coming out like that. And that's probably why there's a problem or imbalance in that solar plexus, why you can't have fun. Why your humor is so dim these days and you're not feeling as light as you probably have been before, and you're not feeling that sense of loyalty that you would normally give because you're imbalanced. And if it's not you who have committed these acts, you're standing in that, and they're mad because you are someone who can have fun, you have humor, and you're very intuitive and caring and protective. That is what's going on, and get those things right, because they were trying to burn a candle at both ends. But it's time for you to start a new career, because it's time to retire from that old one, and it could be those old beliefs. You know what it is that you need to do, Cancer. We're going to offer you what it is to get past these things that could be bringing you to a low vibration. We are not here to judge. That is for you, Cancer. And look at that, say. It was on the top of the spade. Count your own money. Maybe somebody been counting your money. That's why they were able to get a loan from you. But now they owe you, and they don't want to pay you back. But they are not going to get away from that. They acting like they had the ability to pay you back, but we seeing that their actions is not lining up with that. The rumors are there. Maybe you heard whatever they said. Maybe they said that they weren't going to pay you back because you had it like that. But they were stunting like they had it like that to pay back. But we know that they're not going to get away. They need to count their own money. And that's just in general. If you're counting somebody else's money, how do you know what's going to happen with yours? While you counting my money, yours is running away from you, which will make you have to chase your paper. When most people know what they're putting in, they'll get back. What work you put out as output, you're going to get that back in input, micro, macro. Joy. For us collective, we won't let nobody steal our joy, because the earth already told us in part 1, it's time for us to start having fun. It's time for us to be humorous, to have that lightness, we stand in our personal power and exuberate our intellect and show how we use logic with our creativity. That's with all things, because you can invent something new that is so logical. And it says, the joy that I have, the world did not give it to me, and the world sure can't take it. And I know that for a fact. I'm not about to let that bit of the world take none of my joy. Even though I know I'm a person and I'm supposed to get sad at times, but I want to be at the right things, not for everything. Now, let's see. Cancer. We got to go in a box for you, because this is a part 2 for collective, but now it's on you, Cancer. And we're going to get some tell it like it is going on, because Big Sis has to know what was going on with him or her, thinking that they were going to be able to do what they did, right, and get away with it. They're not going to get away. That's what the card says. And we want some telling like it is out the box. We're not going to sip the tea to spill it out. We're going to sip the tea to let it go down good and come out great. Something coming out on the back end. I love it when you're on top of me. Synergy. Okay, so we do know that there is a love connection going on. It's just coming out by itself. Could be a male or female. You know who you are. Cancer, in this particular reading, take it how it come. If not, just let it go. I am impressed by your ability to captivate an audience, and that goes along with your voice must be heard. So maybe you're doing something where people are going to be able to hear you. Right? That came up. I can't make it up. Right? And what else goes along with that? You can't burn a candle at both ends, but they love when you're on top. So we know that y'all got some stuff going on. And the synergy. But that's why you might have them two ends burning, because of that good synergy, right? Your loyaltiness, Cancer, you're protective. Right, you're intuitive, so you got a little insight on what it is that you're going through with this here. And your voice must be heard, but you already have the ability to captivate an audience. So that's why your voice must be heard, and it's being heard. Let's go on. Let's go on. I'm not about to get nothing else out the colorful stack. I think we got enough to tell it like it is. Right? All right. Let's tell some more. They got a quarter came out of there. I didn't know they had a quarter in there. Might be someone 25 years old or older that is experiencing this. Okay, this is Rhode Island, it's 1790. And Rhode Island is the ocean state. This coin was made and pressed in 2001. So that is actually 22 years ago. So this is a 25-cent coin. Someone could be 25 or older, exactly 25 or older. Something could have happened in 2001 for you, and it's coming up. This may not be that Cancer, but this is for someone who else can resonate with these numbers. Whatever information resonates with you, that is for you to keep to you. That is sacred for your knowledge. All is sacred knowledge. All right. We're going to do one at a time, and we're going to resonate into what other cards of life that came up for your energy. I fantasize of having sex with you all the time. And we know that's going to go along with that. Can burn a candle at both ends, because I love it when you're on top of me. I fantasize of having sex with you all the time. That is your energy saying to that other person, or one or both of these people who you're burning a candle on the end, both ends are saying. Right? Because we know that there's just one Cancer. But we know that there's one Cancer that has someone in their life that is burning the candle at both ends, or this one Cancer is burning that candle at both ends. That's why rumors are here. Somebody's talking. One at a time. I love the sound of your voice. Look how that goes. And that's what is happening. Your voice must be heard because they love the sound. Maybe it's not your lover, but it's that audience that you're able to captivate, that everyone is impressed with. You being able to captivate because your voice must be heard. I think you are very mature. And that goes along with you have outgrown your childhood beliefs. Time to learn something new. You've matured to the level where you need to. Maybe those old family traditions and beliefs, it's time to let that go, Cancer. Or maybe it's that old way of being and doing things, right? That it's time to let go of. Get some more seeds for Cancer. Your